days to prepare for this match. Talk about the kind of preparation that you went through to get ready.
Yeah, I mean, we had to look at, some fitness. Obviously, some of the guys were exhausted after 3 games, in 5 days. And they also, I think they were overwhelmed with the situation. I mean, mentally, they were a little bit drained.
Did you get everything accomplished that you wanted to?
Yes, for sure. I mean, with those 4 days, they were great. We sat down, we talked about what we have done and what we have to do still, and I think everybody's on the right page right now.
I know in talking with some of the players over the course of the last few days, things like nerves, adrenaline, those are the words that kind of came into play. Is that something that you have to deal with in terms of settling them down for tomorrow night?
For sure. I mean, anxiety could be a problem, but a lot of them have experience already, in different areas. And I think, yes, for once, I think the stadium's going to be packed, and it's something that they don't face too often. But I think will be good for them. It will be a unique experience.
Have you had any difficulty in terms of figuring out what your lineup would be tomorrow? I mean, you're not going to tell us obviously, but did you go through a lot of trying to figure out what your best team would be for tomorrow?
You're always trying to find find the right lineup for what you're trying to accomplish, and obviously you always have a few doubts, and I have a few right now, but I think the best will show up tomorrow. How
much did the suspensions and injuries hurt you?
It changes a little bit of our game plan, obviously, but it is what it is.
Okay, thanks, Tony.
Tony, just give us an insight into the mood and the atmosphere of the team. I mean, the guys seem lively and seem confident. Just give us an insight into how the guys are feeling and what you're reading into them right now.
They're very, very confident at this point in time. They're not afraid at all. They want to take the game and do their best. So they're not really fear anything right now.
It was discussed on the call today, but obviously there's been a lot of support from back home. Something I'm sure you and the players have been feeding off. Just a few words on how much you're appreciating the support coming from back home.
It's fantastic because it's tough for whoever is playing in US, and I give you an example. Always the game that we played against Cuba, we had people on the stands cheering for Cuba and the All-Americans. It's tough to swallow. Obviously, any support that we get from back home, will be fantastic and very well appreciated.